Today is Wednesday, October 23rd. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. Vice President Kamala Harris has lost the more significant advantage that she had over former President Donald Trump in the popular vote, leaving her now with a nearly 1-point advantage. On Tuesday, Decision Desk headquarters reported that Harris has a 48.6% national vote, with Trump right behind her at 47.7%, as the race appears to be shifting in Trump's direction with 2 weeks left until Election Day. The post from DDHQ on X read this: Kamala Harris's national popular vote advantage over Donald Trump has narrowed to less than a point for the first time since early August, according to the Decision Desk HQ polling average. Shortly after President Joe Biden announced he would not actually be running for re-election and the Democrats replaced him with Harris, Trump had a lead over Harris in the popular vote by 7%, according to, again, Decision Desk HQ polling average. And then this: the U.S. election might hinge on voters currently residing tens of thousands of miles away, according to new estimates from the Democratic Party, prompting a flurry of new efforts to mobilize voters abroad and, they hope, swing the election in Vice President Kamala Harris's favor. According to the Democratic National Committee, an estimated 1.6 million U.S. voters living overseas are eligible to vote in one of 7 swing states: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, or Wisconsin. The states, which carry a combined total of 93 electoral college votes, are considered to be crucial in deciding the next president in an increasingly tight race. With Harris and former President Trump locked in a virtual dead heat just 2 weeks before Election Day, this bloc could carry more influence than ever. Earlier this year, the DNC announced a $300,000 investment in the group Democrats Abroad, aimed at helping mobilize U.S. voters overseas. The investment is a first-of-its-kind donation from the DNC during a presidential campaign cycle, a spokesperson told Fox News. In other news, despite the potential for her win the presidency with a GOP-controlled Congress, Vice President Kamala Harris is adamant that she doesn't want to make concessions on abortion policy. Harris told NBC News' Haley Jackson this Tuesday, "I don't think we should be making concessions when we're talking about a fundamental freedom to make decisions about your own body." Jackson had asked the Democratic nominee what concessions she would consider offering to get abortion access passed by a Republican-controlled Congress, including if she would provide a religious exemption to appease her colleagues across the aisle. Harris also said this: "A basic freedom has been taken from the women of America, the freedom to make decisions about their own body, and that cannot be negotiable." Harris continued to decline to lay out a game plan for how she may try to nuke the filibuster in the Senate and wrangle through the codification of precedents first set in Roe v. Wade, calling the abortion access non-negotiable. And then this: former Democratic candidate for president and independent Tulsi Gabbard formally announced she is joining the Republican Party at a Trump rally on Tuesday. The rally was held in Greensboro, North Carolina, a key swing state in the upcoming election. Gabbard recently joined the Trump campaign as an honorary co-chair for the former president's transition team, alongside Robert F. Kennedy Jr., another former Democrat. Gabbard cited her admiration for President Trump's leadership to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the party of peace. In part for her decision, saying this: "I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party. I am joining the party of the people." Tulsi Gabbard served as a vice chair of the Democratic National Committee from 2013 through 2016 before resigning to officially endorse Senator Bernie Sanders for president. Gabbard left the Democrat Party in 2022, declaring herself an independent. In the time since, she has started her own podcast and spoken at conservative events. And then today, October 23rd, we celebrate the feast day of St. John of Capistrano, a man who God saved from the world through the suffering he endured through his imprisonment. After his eyes were opened, he radically devoted himself to Christ and the salvation of souls. Famous as a preacher, theologian, and inquisitor, he earned himself the nickname the Soldier Saint when in 1456, at age 70, he led a crusade against the invading Ottoman. He was canonized in 1724. St. John, pray for us. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA.